Hello everyone, I'm back with We Go Through That Too, and this is the part two of When You Get Tired of Your Baby Daddy. Part two. I know some of you all probably seen part one. For those of you who have not seen part one, in order to get where I'm going, to get what this video is about, you're gonna have to go back and check out part one. I was kind of heated on part one. I'm a little I'm calm today. I slept on it. I'm more calm today, and I just wanted to take the time out to kind of explain to you all what my frustrations are with it, and in hopes of kind of share with y'all how I've been dealing with the situation. All right, so basically, okay, I got two kids for my ex-husband. We were married. We separated, went our own separate ways or whatever, and during our separation, he kind of faded away out of the kids' lives. Um, with the help of my family members and things like that, they did come in and help with raising my kids. So they do know the story. They know how it affected my kids, them not hearing from him. And then, when they do hear from him, him not being consistent, calling, getting their hopes up high and then fading away, not answering the phone. I mean, this was going on for like months and months at a time. And, them questioning me at the time, I think our first daughter together was about, I want to say about 8. And our second daughter was maybe 4. So, them just having those questions, wanting to know why they're not hearing from him, what's the problem. My oldest daughter felt like he had moved on with another family and had forgotten about her. They were really, really tight. Like her dad was like her everything. Like when I'm seriously telling you that a straight daddy's girl, that's what she was. And to have that torn away and taken away, it was very, very difficult. It kind of affected her growth progress as far as just, I would say, socially, mentally, self-esteem. All of that played a big role in her growth and everything that we are battling with her right now today. I had reached out to him many, many times and expressed to him, like, stay in their lives, be involved, call and check on them, do these things, even me, myself, I was unable, I tried to take myself out the picture because I didn't want, if he felt some type of way about me, I didn't want that to, become a problem with the kids, but, it did. He would say, of course, I knew from conversations that him and I were having over the years, I knew that he still wanted to be a part of our lives, but at the same time, too many things had already taken place, which I'll be talking about later on as, you know, um, I, start telling my story. So I'm not going to too much go into that, but just to stick to the topic of yesterday, I was just fed up, from trying to reach out, trying to be cordial, trying to get to a point to where we can, co-parent. Our kids are getting older, they're getting grown, and eventually, you're going to fade on out all the way because you're going to feel like these grown people, but, not understanding that, the things that you do while they're kids and while they're growing and the role that you play in their life is very important to the successes of their future. And I'm a mother that I'm always on my kids and I'm always preaching to my kids, trying to let them know, I don't want you to go through what I went through. I don't want you to drop out. I don't want you to be no teen, being pregnant as a teen, going through these hardships, not being able to follow your dreams because you got kids, or not getting your education and you having to struggle finding a job to support yourself. I talk to my kids about things like that. But they also need to hear that male point of view. They also need to hear, from their father. They need to know uh that, my father loves me enough to be in tune with my future and what's going on in my life right now. And I just feel like, us being in a household together, having these kids, like you knew, he knew the role that he was supposed to play in these girls' lives. He knew what I expected from him as a father because we lived together. He was a wonderful father when we was together, a piss poor father when we separated. And I'm just keeping it real. But he knew my expectations and what they were and the role that he had to play in my kids' lives. I played a role in his son's life. And I think it's sad, and I think it's sad for the partners and the husbands and the wives that are in these situations with these people. When you come on now, I know you sitting right there. I know you didn't ask this man or this woman, have you talked to your kids? And if you ain't asking them type of questions, then you don't give a damn about my kids, which means, do you give a damn about this man? Do you really give a damn about this man? Because in order to give a damn about him, you got to care about those children. I took his son when I was 7 years younger than this man. I was still a baby when I met this man. He was a grown man. And when his baby mama, you can ask her to this day, when his baby mama called and said that she needed us to take his son, it wasn't no problem. I took his son in. We took his son in. It wasn't no problem. And he was never mistreated. He was never treated unfairly. But you got these grown behind women that's growner than me, older than me, you know what I'm saying, out here acting like little kids. Want to be a wife so bad and then don't even know how to be a wife. Come on, man. I can't respect that. I can't respect no man that don't take care of their kids. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about monetary because I don't care about the money. I never cared about the money. I went 5 years before I put you on child support. I never cared about the money. I cared